before you form an opinion as to what this writing is. Now, for example, supposing any word you write, this is the baseline. Now, people, when they write, somebody's baseline may be like this, up and down, up and down. Now, this may mean that the person is nervous. It could mean he has bouts of energy, high energy, low energy. Or it could mean that he is diplomatic. Or it may be that he is so confused that he doesn't know in which direction his life is going. So, what I'm trying to show you is from one trait, you cannot make out anything about a person's character. And at such time, you have to see other things like slant, pressure. Pressure is when you turn the page over and run your hand over it to see how heavily you are writing, because that also is very important. And size. And this may give you an inkling as to what this baseline is. Therefore, what I'm trying to say is that you must never go by one trait. Why? Because there is such a thing as the principle of enhancement and the principle of dilution. Supposing you have a sample, you are reading through it, and at one place you see that this person is a liar. Now you must keep it to yourself, don't jump to conclusions, go on reading it. Maybe at another place you might see some other formation which shows that there are extenuating circumstances whereby this person is forced sometimes to be secretive. So that is the principle of dilution. It doesn't make him an out and out liar. Similarly, you might see something that he is a liar. You go on to read, yes, there is a corroborated trait. So then you can say this is the principle of enhancement. So you must see everything from a distance, from close, read it properly, then put two and two together before you label a person anything. Now supposing, I told you early on that graphology is both a science and an art. You read something, you see a person is selfish. Enhancement, dilution, everything you see, he is selfish. Now, to tell a person you are selfish, that is graphology as a science. But to tell a person, you always take care to see that your interests are safeguarded. Now you're saying the same thing, but you're saying it in a nicer, kinder way. And that is graphology as an art. Because you are duty bound to tell him the truth, no doubt. But you must never hurt a person. You must never blackmail a person. And you must never make fun of a person. So say it to him as kindly and gently as possible. Because people who come to you for their handwriting analysis are already hurting. They are already sorrowful. And there's no point in making it, adding salt to their wounds. You are there to help him. And that is what you must always remember. Now, we are all given in equal measure, whether we are in India, whether we are abroad, whether it's a beggar, whether it's a king, in equal measure we are all given something. Can anyone tell me what it is? Exactly the same.
Hands and feet, toes and fingers.
Yes, very good, very good. Pardon, what else?
Hands and feet, toes and fingers, and a mind, use them to get something you want.
No, but the mind can be
different.
good, bad, fingers, toes also, some may have, some may not have. No, what she said, time. 24 hours in a day. We are all given in equal measure 24 hours in a day. Now when we give you a paper to write on, to analyze your handwriting, normally it is an A4 size paper we give. Now how you use that paper shows us how you use your day. You can scribble on it, you can smudge it, you can scratch it, or you can write neatly. You can fill the initial part very close together, then you can space it out, or you can space it out first and then crush it later on. Whatever you do on that paper gives us an indication as to how you use your day. Now, how do we collect a specimen? We give you an A4 size paper, unlined paper, not lined. I always emphasize that because lined paper puts restrictions on you. You know, when we were in school, we had lined exercise books because we were supposed to follow rules. But as we go when we talk to college later on, those lines disappeared and we started writing on unlined paper. So give the person an unlined A4 size paper so that he can work freely. We want him to work freely because we want an insight into his mind. So give him A4 size unlined paper. Give him something to hold, some paper to hold under it so that in the table surface is rough, it should not disturb the handwriting. Make him comfortable, let him sit comfortably. The signature must always be put at the bottom of the script. The handwriting is called the script, and when he finishes writing, he must put his signature. If he has more than one signature, ask him to put whatever signature, his official signature, where he signs in the bank, whatever. If there are more than one, ask him to write both. Now, we normally never analyze only the signature or only the script. But for lack of time, sometimes we do. If we have gone, for example, if I am often called to a college for a college day, and then there are hundreds of students, and they say analyze our writing. So then I analyze only their signature. That's the only way I can finish whoever is lined up outside. But actually, you must never analyze only your script or your signature. You need to correlate. A lot of things can be seen from the script which are not seen only in the signature. Now, some people tell me, and maybe many of you would agree with that person, that they say, my handwriting changes all the time. Do any of you feel that way? Your handwriting changes all the time. Yes, handwriting changes all the time, but there are certain traits which never change. Now, many scientists believe that we are born with a certain intelligence level, which sometimes goes up and down according to our environment. We are also born with a certain native IQ. We are also born with an innate temperament, and we are also with the way we react to things, our attitudes to things. These things are the fixed traits. The fixed traits are intelligence, IQ, aptitude, temperament. Even our identity is fixed. Now, supposing I was to ask you to write, and then in 300 samples of handwriting, I asked you your handwriting sample, I just put in the pile of the 300 samples, and I told you, find out your own handwriting. Wouldn't you be able to do it? I'm sure you would. At a glance, absolutely. Because you have your own identity. You have certain methods to recognize your own handwriting. So all these traits are fixed. But what is not fixed and which changes, as you say, my handwriting changes all the time,